Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be showing you guys some basic landscaping tools and how I use them to create some of the little projects that I've been building lately. Pretty simple things. It's going to be a really short video. So we have the level tool, slope, soften, and raise and lower. Here are some examples of some of the things that you can do with the terrain tools, and you can do quite a cool little projects. This tip is for figuring out how to find true level. So first you're going to be finding a building in here that's relatively cheap because you may not have a lot of money. So we'll just go with this little modded one that's like 20,000. You're mainly going to just be using this to let the game create a level surface for you. So go ahead and place your building. And then before you exit out, you're going to want to demolish the building. That way it doesn't cost you any money at all. If you exit out, it'll be half the price. Okay, now you have a true level area. This is actually will be leveled automatically due to the game placing the building. So then go ahead and go into your landscaping tool, flatten, make this bigger by pressing M, and then press V to make it square. And then now if you click here and you drag and hold, everything will be level all in this whole area. Right, so just keep leveling. You can even use the bigger one. But you'll see that it's costing money, so that way you know it's doing something. So it's leveling out this terrain. It's pretty relatively flat to begin with. But this way you can guarantee you're going to get that nice flat starting terrain that you're looking for, or if you're creating fields or anything like that that you might be doing. And it definitely helps out. You can keep going a little bit more. You notice it's not taking away money, so therefore you know it's pretty much flat. And that's how I use the tools to make sure I get guaranteed flat surfaces. All right, so next we have the raise and lower terrain, which is pretty self-explanatory. You know, you can left click, right click, it goes up and down. And then if you mess something up, you can go from where you know is flat and reflatten it back out again and try again. So that's one way you can do it, but raising and lower is pretty easy. So what I do to create like big mountain terrains is I'll raise one area up first all the way, as much as it can go. Just let it go as high as you can. And then you can make other little areas as well. Like over here, you can start raising that up as well. So you want to make a good sized mound, right? So that way you have a reference point to flatten on. So you have a good sized peak here, right? Raise it up a little bit more. And now you have a good sized peak, right? So you're good to go. Now take your flattening tool and click on the top of the mountain and just hold it down for a little while. It'll flatten everything out, and now you have a nice little plateau. Now you can keep building from this area on. See how it's all flattened out? It's trying to turn itself into like a cube, and you can keep moving towards one side or the other. You can just make this as large as you want. And you can even go higher than this. So once you build up to a certain height, you can then go even higher. But we're just going to show you guys how to make, plateaus, so you can go wild on whatever you guys are building. And this, all in-game base features. So just kind of extend this out over here. And you can even go over here and click this side, and it'll go up to that same height level as well. So that way you know it'll be the same height. So if you want to add in like a bridge or something like that, you're more than able to. Right? So you can make little valleys, and then you can merge them in between. So if you click where you want to level and then just keep moving the mouse over, it'll fill it all in and still remain level. The leveling tool is very awesome. It works very well. It just takes a little bit of getting used to and sculpting the terrain. All right, this next tool that we use here is the softening tool. You can see how all these edges are very sharp, right? Sometimes you want to smooth things out in the ground plane, and you don't want your vehicles to be bumpy, or you may want things to look a little smoother. Since there isn't really an erosion tool that has water defects or things like that might be in the Giants editor itself, this is a good way to smooth out tools like hills and other objects that you might build to make them look a little bit more real instead of just rigid. It's a really nice way to be able to do that. And then we have the slope terrain, as you see me using here. This is very simple to use. A lot of people get this confused. So if you find the area that you want to click on, and you right click the area where you want the ramp to end, as in the end point as in the height of the ramp. Right click to set that location, and you come down here at this end, you start building your ramp up. I generally always try to build my ramps up to the set point. It just works easier, it messes up less, and you can make these things curved. You can do them however you want. We'll just show you a basic generic ramp from this point of view. And see how you kind of up in this area. Now it's starting to slope down, and you can connect in, and it works pretty well, actually. A lot of people seem to have a lot of issues with this. They ask me how I build my ramps so easily. It's just starting from the bottom. So you set the point of where you want to get to with your right click, and then with left click, you fill in from the point of where you want to start. So then you just kind of do that. Keep on feathering this in, and you're good to go. Right, so that's pretty much how you build ramps. It's really simple. It's something that a lot of people mess up. So now I clicked on accident. Now I'm in a different area, so I have to go back up here, click on my area again, and then come down here and start fixing this. Right, so sometimes it'll mess up a little bit, like it's doing right now. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. Just set your height again, and start. And you can even go down. You can start going down sometimes, seeing that how it messes up again. Sometimes it'll mess up on you again, so you have to make sure you click it one more time, and then try to start from the bottom and just fix it out. So sometimes it works perfectly, and then sometimes it may not work. You know, so just try to always start over. Don't go anything too crazy, and eventually you'll get it. It's kind of a pain sometimes, but once you get used to it, then you can make really beautiful ramps in the side of hills and really make those terrains the way that you want them. And just remember, if you add a curved ramp in, the hill will be curved as well. So also make sure you use your soften tool on it, especially at the top of the ramp, where your vehicles might be trying to hit the top of the hill, or they won't be able to really make it over that hump that's at the top. Well, thank you guys very much for coming in and watching. Hopefully some of these tips really helped you guys, and so that way you guys can be doing all your own little projects in game, and well, not really have to learn how to use the Giants editor itself to just alter some of the maps that you already love. I myself absolutely love the Western Wilds map with all the extra rock features that you can use with some of the in-game mod hub features, and it's just, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. So let your imaginations go wild and make whatever you got. Post something in Discord. My links and stuff like that are down below. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I will be making a few more of these videos on the update for what you're seeing right now. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.